Well, basically, I mean, it's not the standard. I mean, they're putting the needles into your testicles, but it's not. Welcome to Head to Head, the first show back in a little while. Great to be here with my good friend in broadcasting, Jason Hoyt. Jason, great to have you here with me.
Very exciting to be here, Lee, and the place is looking fantastic, and I'm looking forward to the days and weeks ahead. It's going to be fun stuff, isn't it?
Certainly is, certainly is. You just hold that thought. I didn't see you there. You know, I work long hours with another man in a warm studio. It gets hot. So when I get out there to mix it up, I've got to stay fresh. How do I do it? I do it with Lynx. With new Lynx Anarchy, I can really unleash the chaos. Tell them I sent you. A busy week, but a busy week last week as well.
Certainly was, and I don't know if you've actually been aware, Lee, of the whole marmite controversy that's going at the moment. There's a massive shortage, and I don't actually know if you realise at the moment on Trade Me there's a jar of marmite going for over $1,000.
That's ludicrous, isn't it?
It's crazy
happening
stuff.
there?
But an interesting thing in that regard, following one of your CDs that you made, your DVDs with enhancing your love life and stuff.
Oh, not Kama Sutra masturbation.
Well, no, it wasn't the masturbation one. It was sharing love with your partner.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
And I was trying to spice up the bit just recently, actually, and I covered my wife from head to toe with marmite. About 30 seconds into it, I was feeling a bit nauseous, actually, and the wife, to be fair, smelled a bit yeasty for about a week after.
Well,
that,
the aroma will be there for quite a while. Be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if she's gets quite a nasty yeast infection from that eventually. But to be honest with you, Jason, I really want to put this. If I could just. Use a Peter Sinclair anecdote, perhaps. Let's put this Marmite thing behind us and move on with what's happening in the financial markets.
I think and the reason I brought it up was that I think that it really just reiterates that people are really struggling out there at the moment, and people are actually having to find ways of diversifying their portfolios and their various assets and so forth in order to go forward.
Sorry, call number 5. Obviously, as you well know, I'm doing pretty well and looking forward, cash projection-wise, I'm doing very, very well.
Right.
But they are only cash projections. I mean, I think you've got to be proactive. That's why I'm around the home building up for this winter. We're going to be doing some asset sales. It's a partial asset sales, and it's not a full asset sale.
Yeah.
Just to give you an example, we're going to need some cash. So we're keeping the carpet, but we're getting rid of the underlay. We don't need it.
Right, makes sense. And so, for example, and windows that aren't being used or things like that, anything that is connected to what you own.
Well, if they're not double glazed, there's no point having them. And if they put us where, if they're in the front of the house, obviously I'm going to leave them there. But there's going to be a couple of windows at the back of the house, those little louver ones in the bathroom and stuff. You don't need them. A few of the terracotta tiles at the back, you don't see them. Get rid of them in the short term. Use that money to run the electric appliances through the winter.
And the really smart thing, Lee, about that whole thing is that you're maintaining the facade.
Perception is everything, and we've got to keep up with the Joneses. Incidentally, Ken and Barbara, they bought the underlay from under our car.
Ken and Barbara Jones?
No, Ken and Barbara Johnson, they live next door, and Ken actually got the underlay for his games room upstairs, which he's doing, which is
I might just interrupt you there, Lee, now for a quick commercial break.
You know, sometimes when I come home after a long, hard day at work, I feel like a drink. Sometimes it's wine, but normally I just feel like a beer. That's why I drink DB Export Dry. Drink DB Export Dry, not lies.
Well, you know, it absolutely makes sense to utilise the assets you have, and be it a partial sale or whatever, to allow you to be comfortable where you are right now.
I do want to stress, Jason, it is a partial asset sale.
And so you were able to convince your wife?
I'll be honest with you, my wife took a bit of convincing of this, but eventually she saw the method behind the madness and the big picture, and she came around. I wouldn't say my landlord was so sold on the whole concept.
Right, so you don't actually own the property?
No, we're just renting there. He's very much a sort of a glass is half empty type of guy. You can get those glass half full type of people, but if the glass is half full of shit, who really cares, if you know what I mean?
Well, that's right. And presumably you've shown him your projections for the future, and he would have seen those.
No, he hasn't seen those, Jason. That's pretty much the end of the show. Join us tomorrow. We'll be talking about the big monorail system, which is planned ahead for Auckland. Very exciting stuff. We'll have some guests, and we'll be talking to Drew Barrymore on the phone. See you then. Click here to subscribe to fresh shows daily. Tell them we sent you.